Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here today. As always, I am never surprised by the amazing fan turnout that we have. We do really have the best fans in the ECHL and an absolutely wonderful group of supporters that have really followed and made our team a part of this community for 24 seasons now as we embark on our 24th year. Welcome to Montague Terrace here at the North Charleston Coliseum, and thank you for joining us for this historic day in South Carolina Stingrays history. Today we welcome the 7th head coach in this proud franchise's history. This is a club who's had the privilege of winning 3 Kelly Cups, and the coaches that have done that are rare and they're elite, and it's an exclusive club, and we welcome a new member to that club today. As always, our fans are amazing, and I also want to welcome those watching live on our Facebook page as well today, and thank the Coliseum, our fans, and the great media for all being here and helping us set up today. Up front, we're honored to have several guests with us here today, including our president, Rob Concannon. I think you know the gentleman in the middle, but I want to welcome our ownership group here as well today, Anita Zucker, as well as Jonathan Zucker that are here. We'll hear from Anita here shortly. Thanks to them for all they do for our community and being here. We're just 108 days away from hockey. Now, I know that seems like too much. We're counting. That's because behind the scenes, we are feverishly working on a lot of things, and that includes our new head coach. There's players to be signed. There's deals to be made. We're excited to get going with the 24th season of hockey here in South Carolina. It's a proud tradition from the days of Marietti and Seitz terrorizing goaltenders to the heroics in Game 7 from Joe Devin. We've seen it all, and we're hungry for that 4th Kelly Cup. Soon our franchise will have 1,000 victories over the next couple of years. We're the first to 100 playoff wins. We've accomplished a lot here in our time, and we're excited for a new era of South Carolina Stingrays hockey. So thank you again for being here today. It's an absolute pleasure. I'm Zack, Fisch, the voice of the South Carolina Stingrays, but I want to welcome some of our distinguished guests we have here today as we work towards welcoming our 7th head coach in team history. First, our owner, Miss Anita Zucker.
Thank you, Zack. Good afternoon, everyone. What a pleasure to see all of you. Yes, I miss hockey already myself, and I'm looking forward to a great new season with a new coach, but I'm going to try to allow Rob to do the introduction. But anyway, we are very happy to be here today with all of you, and you just have to forgive me because I do have to give a little bit of information, insight, advice, whatever you want to call it. So my late husband, Jerry Zucker, is how we got into hockey, okay? It was he who made the choice to get our family involved, and man, he got us all there. So he left me with some wonderful words of wisdom, Mr. Z's keys to success, and I really want to share them. I want to share them with all of those members of our staff, with our president, with our new coach, as well as with those of you who are here as our season ticket holders and family. We have a lot of family here today, which is really exciting. So some of the things that Mr. Z said were really important to think about: always have a sense of urgency and a bias for action. There's no doubt that in the world of business, you have to operate in that manner, but in the world of sports, same thing. No matter what, sense of urgency and a bias for action, especially when we're, looking to achieve certain goals or get to playoffs, really important. Another one of his special words of wisdom: lead by example. Your work ethic must become a standard for others to emulate. Well, our family really tries hard to lead a life that people will want to emulate. It's really important to us to lead our lives in a certain fashion, and for those who work with us and with our family and are part of our family, and we consider those who work with us our family as well. It's all of our extended family. That's so important. And our young men who play for us in hockey, they're great. They definitely do that, and it's very much appreciated. Continuously increase productivity. Well, in certain of my businesses, productivity is going to lead to sales. Well, the same thing here. If we have great productivity on and off the ice, then hopefully we're going to work to increase our crowds in the audience, and that's so important. And again, it's also by, applying great methods and new technologies today. Strive for innovation. which differentiates your products and services from others. So for us as an organization, for the South Carolina Stingrays, we have to strive for innovation, coming up with a plan for what is going to make us not only the greatest hockey team on the ice, but the greatest organization off the ice as well. And then if you love your job, you will never work a day in your life. And I can tell you that is so true. It's true for me, and I'm happy every day that I have a place to go and work to do because it keeps me going on a regular basis. And then to add to this advice, I decided to look up some hockey heroes, some greats in our days. So I looked up Bobby Orr, and I really liked two of his quotes so much. And they really apply to what we do here with the Stingrays. Developing better people should be the #1 goal for any coach when dealing with young people. In trying to develop better people, we're going to develop more and better pros. And that was from Bobby Orr. And then he also said something that my husband professed a minute ago. The love and passion I had for the game was my key. I have never had that taken out of me by my parents or by a coach. And another one, Gordie Howe, another of our greats that we recently lost. You find that you have peace of mind and can enjoy yourself, get more sleep, and rest when you know that it was a 100% effort that you gave, win or lose. And I've actually used that quote many times in my business life because it fits. It fits any life that we're leading, and it's about effort, giving it your all, and what kind of an attitude do you use when you walk up and start something? You know, you can make the difference because it's up to you. And then the last one, actually, excuse me, I think I have two more, is from another great hockey player who's still playing today, and in fact, just won a Stanley Cup, was the MVP. He's an incredible player, and it's amazing because I know several young men who are all about that same age. And the biggest thing for me is the passion that I've always had for hockey. I remember growing up, no matter what I did in my life, my parents always told me to try to do my best at it and to be my best. I can say, going through different things, that passion is the most important part. It's not skills or talent or any of that stuff. And that's Sidney Crosby. And then the last one is also Sidney Crosby. And I've watched that young man grow up because I have kids who love hockey so much. I got involved many, many years ago. In fact, the days probably that we started with the Stingrays when Jeffrey was, 6. Whether you're trying to learn in hockey or trying to learn in life, I've always tried to be observant and tried to learn more, tried to evolve, whether it's as a hockey player or as a person. With each year, I tried to do that. What better advice can I give to the person that's going to be coaching, as well as the person who's running our organization, and as well as for all of you, whether you're players, whether you're past players, coaches, our fans? I think all of these things apply to all of us in our lives, and I want us to just stay positive, stay excited, and I am looking forward to October when the season starts again, and I want to congratulate, I won't even say the name, our new coach and his family, because he's got big things happening this weekend, and I'm thrilled that his parents are with us today, so it's awesome, and as well as Caroline. So glad you're here with us today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anita, on behalf of Jonathan and the entire Zucker family for your words. And we're so lucky to have an amazing local ownership that is not every place. And there's a reason why I see so many former players, so many recent players in here. Everyone wants to stay in the Low Country for a reason. It's an absolutely phenomenal place to play, and it starts with our amazing ownership. And we all, I was asked to introduce our president, Rob Concannon, and I don't think he needs much of an introduction. Many of you saw him as a player and fondly recall his playing days that have been with us as season ticket holders, many of you since day number one. So let's welcome up the president and the guy leading the charge, Rob Concannon, to introduce our new head coach.
How you doing, everybody? I'm not as well of a good a speaker as Anita is. She has a lot more practice than I have, but I'm going to try to do my best with all of this. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Montague Terrace here at the North Charleston Coliseum, and I'd love to thank Kevin and Evan and Darren and all of our media who's done a great job over the last 23 years covering us. We always appreciate the job that you guys can do helping us promote our product. I'd like to thank Frank Lapsley. Where are you, Frank? Frank must have poked out. Frank is the new general manager of the arena, which for us is good because we are trying to do new and different things here as an organization. We're trying to improve all the time. And Frank, like Ryan and myself, he's a fellow Bostonian, so we feel like he's in our corner a little bit more so than somebody else was in the past. I'd like to thank our season ticket holders here with us today and watching on Facebook. You guys have been an important part of my life and our lives for the last 23 years, and we couldn't do it without all of the support from all of you out here today. Lastly, I'd like to obviously thank Anita and Jonathan for all the support and guidance and friendship over the last 20 years. They are a huge part of my life and have been since I moved here in September of 1995, and they've been in my corner through good times and bad times, and they're always there to support me and the team through good and bad, so thank you to you guys as well. Lastly, I'd like to say welcome and hello to our alumni players. Like Anita alluded to, Charleston is a city that a lot of guys come to with expectations of playing a couple of years of hockey, and then they transition into the real world. And we are very lucky that we have probably 40 plus guys in the community doing all different types of work with us, and they are huge supporters of the team and done a great job as well with promoting our product. We have some of our former players over here, Jason Fitzsimmons, Johan Kroll, Mike Hamilton, Rick's our trainer, Patrick Gall and Andrew Rowe and Derek DeBlois from our most recent teams. And then an old teammate of mine who comes to town every summer with his family to kind of visit. I pulled him off the beach today to get him up here. Brad Dexter, he's the assistant coach up at Princeton. So thank you to you guys from the bottom of my heart for always supporting us as well. And lastly, the staff. The staff's done a terrific job this summer. I can't forget you guys. We've got about 4 new people in there. And like Anita alluded to, we need to improve in all areas, and that's an area that I feel like we've done a terrific job with hiring some new people who are going to help us create better revenue streams and get more people in the seats. So thank you. So this past weekend, family's out of town, and I was at home, and I was thinking about what I was going to say here today, and I'll be honest, I got real excited about the next chapter in Stingrays hockey. Like we all know, the Stingrays are entering the 24th year of hockey here in Charleston. We have a very rich tradition of excellence on and off the ice, and this new era will be no different. I'm very confident that our next coach will do a terrific job. Our next head coach reached out to me almost 3 years ago. We posted a job online looking for a manager of hockey ops. It was September 11th, 2013. Ironically, a date in history we'll all never forget. Rob, I wanted to read the email from Ryan. I pulled it up the other day. I had it saved. It said, Rob, I wanted to reach out to you about an opening that I've applied for online via the ECHL Teamwork Online. I wanted to give you a quick introduction about myself. I am currently an assistant coach at Curry College right outside of Boston. I'm beginning my second career in which I work with our defense, skill development, pre-scout video, team video, recruiting, and equipment inventory. Being the only assistant coach, I tend to be very busy in all aspects of the team. I played 2.5 years at the NCAA Division I Sacred Heart and then transferred and finished at Division III Curry College. I went to play in the Dutch Elite League and was on a tryout with Greenville in the ECHL, played in the CHL for Rio Grande. I enjoy the college game, but my passion is working in the professional atmosphere. My brother plays for the Boston Bruins. Providence at the time was David, so I have had many chances to pick his brain about the pro game. This is a job that I believe I would excel in from my family background and my past experiences. If you need anything from me, please do not hesitate to contact me. My resume and references are attached. I hope to hear from you in the South Carolina Stingrays soon. After reviewing Ryan's resume and speaking to him, I felt like he was a great candidate. I spoke to a few people in Boston, and they had nothing but great things to say about Ryan and his family. His character and integrity were in line with our core values. I asked Ryan to call Spencer, and they immediately hit it off. Today's a special week for Ryan as well, not only being named the head coach, but he's getting married on Saturday to his fiancée, Caroline Odo, who's with us here today, and her mom, Mary, and dad, Joe. And then Ryan's family just flew in as well. We got David and his girlfriend, Annie, and Jared and his wife, Katie, and Adam isn't here today. And then his mom and dad, Don and Mark, right here in the front as well. I've been lucky enough to work closely with Ryan for the last 3 years. Many meetings, lunches, and hours spent texting. Since day one, his work ethic and passion for our organization have been exactly what we were looking for. As he learned and grew, he was given more responsibilities and has done an excellent job with the power play, penalty kill, and helping with the apartments and learning about the rules and regulations of the ECHL. In 2014-15, Ryan helped our team with 23 straight wins and reached the Kelly Cup Finals. This past season, he was a big reason we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, giving up a team record 162 goals against. He was also responsible for our PK, being number 1 in the ECHL the last 2 years, and our PP being in the top 5. Last week, he was able to go to prospect camp in Washington for 2 days and has been already working tirelessly in his new role. I'd like to end by reading a quote. I pulled a page out of my dad's book. He always used to look at quotes and things like that. The reward for work well done is the opportunity to do more. And I think today is a perfect example of that. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the 7th coach in Stingrays history, Mr. Ryan Warsofsky.
Thank you very much. Exciting time for me, obviously, my family, and this organization. I first want to thank the entire Zucker family, Jonathan, Jeffrey, Mrs. Zucker. This is a tremendous opportunity to lead this historic franchise organization. It's the top of the league every year, and it's going to be no different with me in charge. This organization has had some special people lead, and I'm excited to be the next guy in charge, but I've also learned a tremendous amount from the past coaches, Jason Fitzsimmons, Jared Bednar, Cale McLean, and most recently, Spencer Carberry. I want to thank the Washington Capitals and the Hershey Bears. They have been great to work with these last couple years. I'm looking forward to continuing to work with them. It makes our affiliation the best in the ECHL. It's hands down, it's not even close. They're there for everything we need, whether that's equipment, players, information. I just got back from Washington, like Rob said, and I learned a ton from just sitting in meetings, and they opened their doors and their arms to me, and I can't thank them enough. There's 2 special people that I need to thank. One is our president, Rob Concannon. Took a chance on me 3 years ago. And he could have just threw that email out like you just read, and he took a chance, and I'll be forever grateful. Our relationship has continued to grow since day one, and I look forward to working with him every single day and bringing a Kelly Cup back here to South Carolina. I also want to thank, and he's not here right now, Spencer Carberry. He also took a huge chance on me. I learned from the best coach, GM, and person that I've ever been around with. He left this organization in a great spot to succeed, and I cannot thank him enough for what he has taught me on the ice and off the ice. A lot of people don't see Carbs and I obviously work together, and most people work with people, but Carbs and I are better friends than we were probably colleagues. We had a great relationship, and I'll miss him every day, and he's a phone call away, but he's done a lot for this organization and should never, ever be forgotten. To our fans, obviously, thank you for being here. You're the most passionate fans in the ECHL. I'm looking forward to putting a product on the ice that you guys can all be proud of, and I'm sure if you aren't, I'll be hearing it. To our alumni, some are here today, past players that will be here next year, hopefully. Thanks for coming out, I appreciate it. You guys are the ones that make this stuff work. You guys are doing this stuff on the ice to be successful and to be a successful organization. To my family and friends, thank you for sticking by me in your unwavering support. My 3 brothers, we're as close as they come. Thank you, guys. I'm sure they'll give me some tips, but it's always a treat getting to talk to them, pick their brains. They've all played the game, and I'm sure nothing will change just because I'm the head coach. Couple tough ones here. To my future wife, thank you. You supported me since day one, moving to Charleston. Small town girl, didn't really know what hockey really was. But your support and your love these last few years have been, words cannot describe what you've meant to us and what we have in our future together. I obviously wouldn't be here today without you. Lastly, I need to thank 2 really important people in my life. My mom and dad. Since I was about 10 years old, I wanted to be a coach. That's all I wanted to do. And they've given me everything. Support, love, words of advice, through all the ups and downs in my career and in my life, they've always been there for me. They let me chase my dreams. Thank you. So I'm a little emotional. I'm super excited. I am really excited to get this season going. I know it's over 100 days away, but I can't wait till October. We will be a fun team to watch, I can guarantee that. We will be fun, we will be fast, we will be smart, and we will work extremely hard. That's all we're going to ask from our guys. And we'll be a fun team to watch and a product that wins hockey games and develops people on and off the ice. Thank you for everyone that's been here today, and I look forward to October.
Thank you very much to Ryan and his family for being here today. And it's have to say, I mean, from day one, coming here to this organization, the passion that everybody feels about being a Stingray, it's something special. And we have something special here in the Low Country, and we're beyond thrilled to have Ryan leading the charge. And again, I just want to thank some people before we have a brief question and answer session and a chance to mingle with Coach. Again, everyone up front here, Jonathan Zucker with us here, governor of our organization with the league, was at the league meetings with us in Las Vegas as we get set for an exciting new year. There's a lot of things that we're really excited to be a pioneer on in this league and really push forward to set the best standard year in and year out. I want to thank Rob Concannon for all of his help, as well as Ryan, his entire family for being here, and Anita, of course, for being with us today, and the great local ownership that we have. As members of our media, thank you for being here. Andrew Miller of the Post and Courier, all of our great television journalists that are here with us today that cover us night in and night out. We can't thank you enough. Vin Duffy, our team photographer, thank you for being here as well today. I'm sure there's people that I'm missing, but thank you to the fans for joining us as well. We're excited for the year. I mean, like Ryan said, we want to win that fourth Kelly Cup. We want to raise a banner here at the North Charleston Coliseum. That passion, that excitement is there. We're excited for a fun season of South Carolina Stingrays hockey. So thank you again to you for joining us. We're going to open up now to a brief question and answer session for any of our members here with us today, for Rob or Ryan or our ownership group. We'll start with any members of the media if they have any questions as well. We'll have time for a few here. So don't be shy. We do have one-on-one interviews at the end as well, but feel free if anybody has any questions. We're happy to take them. It's all right. It's the same way at the coaches show sometimes too, but everyone has questions after, so I know that they'll be busy with questions here coming up shortly. So again, thank you for being here today. This is a proud, historic organization. As far as I know, recently, this is the first time we've had something of this magnitude, and help with the North Charleston Coliseum for making this possible, our great fans for making this possible. Thank you to our fans for watching online as well, and let's get ready for a great season of South Carolina Stingrays hockey. And one more round of applause for Ryan Warsofsky, our new head coach.